Not in my room. People fight to the death.
Dog, 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 dog.
Jiu-Jitsu gang.
Wow, winning.
We'll wait on John to get in. Thanks for clicking on the video. Quick preface, today's video is a first of its kind on the channel in that I am leading my first practice at Eco, so my first ecological practice. This is technically like a basic beginner practice, I would say, not because of the talent in the room, but because of my ability to lead a practice. It's just things that I know and I'm good at. And my coach, Josh, had no direct hand in this practice. He doesn't even know that I did it. Actually, when he watches this video, it'll be his first time seeing the practice. So other than everything that I know being told to me from him, he didn't actually have a direct role in this practice. This came from me. And if you're familiar with the ecological approach, or if you're not, feel free to comment questions, critiques, or positive reinforcement. I'd love the feedback. And yeah, enjoy this first attempt at leading an ecological approach practice. He just pulled up. Yeah. And everyone likes to stand at the sides to be out of the way, but that's where we set the cameras up usually. Okay, y'all ready? We're gonna play 4 games today, and each one is gonna be in the style of like regression. So we'll start at the end where we want to end up, and we'll slowly back out of that. So just keep that in mind, like where we start this first game is still gonna be the same intention in the last game, but it's not gonna feel like it. Can you come in the middle? Okay. On your back. So the first game, top person is going to be in mount with 1 underhook. The goal here is to get double underhooks and then isolate and submit, whatever that looks like. Reset on the submission for the top player. Bottom player's goal is to get on top or stand all the way up. So if I'm here, he has to break my grips and face me, and that's a reset for the bottom. Or he can submit. So you only reset on those things, and we'll just go back and forth. So everything we do tonight, we'll just flip-flop every time. And we have 6, so it should be even numbers. Mm-hmm. And if you have any questions, I can answer them. And if I can't, ask Jared, he'll be able to answer them. Nice. The first goal is always to control. Once you are controlled, you're trying to maintain that control while you move and progress to isolating the limbs. So just something to think about. So our second game, we're going to take a step back. We haven't mounted yet, but we're going to be behind our opponent with our arms wrapped around their waist, their hips. We don't have either of their legs controlled. Our goal is to get our opponent down, flattened, and then move forward to that position where we just started, and the game continues like we just did to isolating to submission. So, same for the top player. The goal is to submit. Not necessarily. I mean, whatever my opponent does, if for some reason he like comes up into turtle or something and I can get to the back and submit, that's fine. Because his whole goal is the same also, is to free himself by either standing and facing and separating or getting on top or submitting. Just real quick here, something that I think is important. When you are trying to pin someone here, the more you can get them extended, the more you're gonna be able to control them. Because a body that's extended has way less explosive potential than a body that's all coiled up. So it's just something to think about when you're trying to control, keep these hips down, extending helps. Any questions? So the resets are gonna be the same just about every time for these games. We'll just take a step back. Okay, so this one I'm just gonna explain real quick. We're gonna have two different starting positions in this one. So stand up. We're still gonna flip-flop and rotate through, but we're gonna start on a single, and then the next time through, so we'll start on the single and then we'll switch, and then the second time through, you're gonna start hands and feet. Yep, just hands down and feet up, you're like standing, and we'll start here with the body lock standing, okay? So the goal, just like before, it's to get our opponent's hips or hands to the mat, control, and work towards that complete pin and then isolation, okay? So same thing for the top player throughout this whole thing. Bottom player, same goal as well. So we start on the single. If you're trying to turn and face and remove my connections and separate. Or here, imagine I put him down. Same thing, he's trying to get back on top or submit in some way. Reset is the same as before. And then when we go through on the second one, it's also the same. And if you think about what I said before, anytime you can get extension, you're gonna create pockets that they're gonna fall into. Bottom player, trying to remove connections, turn and face. Nice. Here, keep going. Nice. So I'm sure you can now see how it's all a progression towards the same area. Control, isolation, submission.
Simplify your closet.
But you do that by getting to the hips, controlling the shoulders. Obviously you start normally standing up unless your opponent pulls guard. So you have to learn the skills to get them to the ground so that you can control them and progress to those positions where you can isolate and submit. That's kind of the game. If you break it down, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
From behind.
Well, no, just start working backwards.
Oh, yeah. It gives you a roadmap. Yeah, me too. We have one more game. and then we'll be done with the games. This one, I actually just watched John Smith, and this is what made me think of all this today. But the game, obviously we're progressing to the same place as all the other games, but we're both standing, you're both on offense, you're both on defense. Your goal is to wrap your arms around their body in some way, leg, hips, whatever that looks like. Take down, progress, control, submit, but you're both on offense here. So your whole goal is just to get these elbows, get these hands, head, and elbows out of your way in some form. Around, underneath, however that looks. Get your arms wrapped around some part of their body, get them to the ground, okay? So if you get taken down as the bottom person, and then you're able to get up, face them, get on top, and separate one of those things, it's a reset. Make sense? Nice, get up and separate. Nice. Time. Good job, guys. That's all the games today. Just as like a recap, anytime you get inside position, that's going to be the key to you controlling your opponent. It starts from the feet and it goes all the way to the end. If you maintain those connections, if you can get inside their elbows or around their elbows, that's how you get to the back. That's how you keep people pinned to the mat, and that's how you eventually start submitting. And it all starts from the first interaction standing. So it's just something to think about. They're very powerful, those connections.
Deep throat with her lips to my whistle. Come give me a tune. Deep throat when you blow my foot. Deep throat when you blow my foot. Deep throat when you blow my foot. Step round there for your captain, back my beard, them have it. They see me in the field, they panic. Deep throat when you burn my foot. Dip up your chest, turn cabbage, swing with force and savage. I tear your chest to damage, big when you know you got burn my foot. Step round there for your captain, back my beard, them have it. They see me in the field, they panic. Watch them run off and vanish. Dip up your chest, turn cabbage, swing with force and savage. I tear your chest to damage, big when you know you can't manage. Step round there for your captain, back my blade, let him have it. They see me in the field, they panic. Watch them run off and vanish. Dip up your chest, turn cabbage, swing with force and savage. I tear your chest to damage, big when you know you can't manage. Bird's eye view when I hit it with their mask, but I ain't to the feeding feelings. 3, 2, 1, hop out the whip now, watch them run. They panic when they see me in person, like, yo, he's coming. You know that I love you, bro, but I ain't tryna hold this bunny. Excuse me, miss, come ride it, boom. Early morning setting, the dick in my pants is calling you. We're up in front of my paintbrush, I show about art attack. And then spank her bumps in black and blue, she loves when it gets like that. Deep throat with her lips on my whistle, come give me a tune. Deep throat when she blows my